Mr. Stearns?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I ask unanimous consent my opening statement be part of the record.
Without objection, all opening statements will be made part of the record in their entirety.
As my colleague from Michigan indicated, this is a 1,000-page bill. At this point, I don't think many of us have even attempted to start to read this. Mr. Markey has shown a map of our current health care plan. We can show him a map which is a whole lot more complicated, and this is the bill before us today. It's just has more boxes than you can imagine, and so it's clear that this is a complicated system. Now, I think Mr. Boucher came up with a good idea, a bipartisan idea of a cooperative through the private sector. And I'd be very happy to work with him and others, particularly with the Blue Dog Democrats, as I know we will on this side, to give something that is incremental and moves as a health care system that we now have to a better system. But you know, when you go through and listen to different members speak, perhaps none of us have the credibility as the CBO director, who's Douglas Elmendorf. He testified on the Senate. I thought I would share with you a couple of his comments. This is what he said when he was asked about this health care bill. He said, quote, "It'll weaken the economy." Then he goes on to say, "Instead of saving the federal government from fiscal catastrophe, the health care reforms in this bill being drafted by congressional Democrats would worsen an already bleak budget outlook, increasing deficit projections, and driving the nation more deeply into debt." Now, this is the director of CBO. He's a nonpartisan individual from the Congressional Budget Office, and he's given his objective, disinterested opinion. So I say to my colleagues on both sides of the aisle, if the CBO director, with his expertise, has indicated that not only will this bill be a catastrophe, will increase our debt and will not accomplish what it's supposed to do, I think we should take this 1,000-page plus bill and this other bill that's come back recently and junk both of them and come up with the idea that Rick Boucher talked about, a cooperative. Take the existing system, make it better, and help those people who are low income or those people that are without health insurance to give them tax refundable and perhaps make this health care system we have better rather than totally destroying it. Because that's what will happen once the government has a health care plan which is cheaper than the private sector. Everybody will move to this, and then what happens is everybody will be under this government health care plan. It'll be run by bureaucrats. So I don't think in the end, small businesses, individuals without insurance, all the people in America want to have this kind of bill, not to mention the middle-class Americans who will be taxed for this either through their business or through their personal companies. This is a bad bill for patients, this is a bad bill for doctors, and this is a bad bill for America.
Thank you, Mr. Stearns.